Today we're installing a winch on my 1986 Porsche 944, and this is how you do it. So why would anyone want to install a winch on their off-road sports car? Winches are typically installed on trucks or ATVs to help pull them out of sticky situations when off-roading. When 4x4 capabilities aren't enough, a winch can assist vehicles by exerting a pulling force rather than relying only on the grip of the tires. Now, obviously a truck or ATV is much more capable than a rear-wheel drive sports car, and if these 4x4s are still managing to find themselves stuck, it's the sports cars that need winches more than anything else. There are 5 main considerations when installing your winch. The winch I chose to go with is an open road ATV winch rated at 2,500 pounds. And the only reason that I've gone with this winch is size. I'm planning on installing this as a hidden winch behind the bumper, and a Porsche 944 is a pretty small car, so not many winches will fit under that bumper without heavy modification and cutting everything up. The reason I feel like I can get away with using a 2,500 pound winch on this 944 that weighs about 3,000 pounds is because I'm going to use a snatch block, and essentially that doubles the rating of a winch if the motor is capable of handling it. You've basically got double the amount of rope moving along, so in theory, this is now a 5,000 pound winch. But I can only really use it in that scenario or something very light duty. Next, let's talk about location. The front of the 944 has this big old bumper, and when you take it off, there's a nice big cavity in the middle between the 2 bumper mounts right here and right here. So the idea is to mount the winch to the bumper itself so it sits in this cavity right here, and therefore it's completely hidden from outside view. Here's a look at what I've done with the bumper so far. I've basically mocked up this included bracket that came with the winch, and I bent it slightly so those 2 tabs over here are canted forward just a little bit. Ground down the channels here and here so that it's flat right there in the middle. I'm going to drill a couple of holes, one on each side of this plate, and put some spacers so I can bolt right through the middle. Right through right here and right here. And on the face of the bumper, like it's meant to be, somehow the holes for the license plate bracket are the exact same width apart as the holes for the winch mount. So I didn't even have to drill new holes for this thing. I'm already partway through this project, so I'm going to bring you along on the next steps. We first have to make some spacers, and that will go between the winch bracket and the bumper itself for mounting. And then I have to drill or Dremel out this channel here for the winch cable. I've got all these guys ground down. It's now time to enlarge these holes so I can use them as washers. But it's a good time to tell you about my favorite drill bit. This is a Christmas tree bit, but it's not any old Christmas tree bit. It is one with very large steps. They're about 1/2 inch each step. And what that means is that you can drill through larger pieces of metal like this without having multiple steps drilling at the same time. You can go like that through one step. Something else I really like to do is using the next step up to kind of bevel the hole here so it's nice and smooth. Now comes the time of no return, drilling into the bumper. But as you can see or don't want to see, I've already messed this bumper up a little bit, so don't look at that too close. So I've marked a couple of holes here that corresponds with the bottom of the plate here, these 2 holes. This will fit underneath, just like so. Now we get to drilling. This This is also one of my favorite tools. It is a spring-loaded punch, so you don't have to use a hammer. Centered enough. The next step is I've got to cut this channel for the winch cable to actually come out of. I'm sorry if you're a purist. Oh no! You want me to hold that water bucket? No. It's okay. Okay. I'm okay. It's okay.
You guys in that. Yeah, I like the idea of fixing it in the
Okay, the winch is mounted in the bumper. As you can see, it's nice and flush where the license plate used to be. And there is my itty bitty little winch. Nice and cute and tucked away. But that means it's now time to work on the electronics. This winch comes with a control box and it's super simple. There's 2 power leads that go to...
Never connect the hook back to the cable. What?
Oh, it means don't loop back onto
Oh,
itself.
I see.
Yeah.
Observe your winch while winching. If possible, while standing at a safe distance.
Okay, so we have the winch kind of mocked up in the car. The bumper is not bolted to the car, and the wiring is just loosely on the winch, but we're gonna see if this actually moves in the right direction.
Turn it on.
Oh.
Maybe it needs to be on. There you go, try that.
Hey! We got out and in. And you can actually see it if you come over here. You can see the spool moving. And go back. Look at that thing. Winch on a 944.
I had to practice running everything.
Leave it
That was the first tip.
Leave it in, leave it in.
Do like mid-50s.
Everything is mounted and it's time to test it. I did kind of glaze over step 4 because I don't actually have a bracket for that, but zip ties will suffice for now. This is our testing setup. We've got the pillar of a building that won't come crashing down on us, a strap that is too long, Amazon soft shackle and snatch ring, or what was it called? Snatch ring, and a 944. So this is going to be interesting. We'll probably try a few different things. First thing, we'll try to pull the car with it in neutral and no handbrake. Then we'll try in neutral with handbrake. And then maybe we'll just stand on the brakes and see if the car moves at all. And if it survives all that, then I guess it's good enough. I really hope that's strong. I have no idea. I've never pulled my car on that. It's just there for looks, the 944 nib tassels.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
Wait, no. You know the rule, we all can't stand in the same place because then we'll all get hit. I'll go stand up here.
We're all cowering in fear. Oh wait, the handbrake's up.
Yeah, try it.
I guess we're skipping a step here.
Is it on?
Yeah.
It's fully pulling.
Yeah. Great success.
I don't know if it would pull with the...
Alright, I guess we have to do some real testing now.
Are you gonna go stand on the brakes?
Oh god. This is scary.
Be hard on it, okay?
I think I'm gonna break it.
No, that line's good for 5,000 pounds. It's rated for double the machine. It says so the manual. Oh, something's crinkling in the front of the car though. Something in the front end was making this.
I backed off it to make sure I don't break anything.
Yeah, it said there was a crunchy noise up here, not from the pulling.
Was this side always a little further out than this side?
Oh no.
Was it like that before?
No, the hook is more out.
Oh no. It's bending my car.